And even when you're wasted, you have the self-control to be like, no, I'm sorry, hot girl. I actually don't want you to suck my dick because I'm waiting. Like, what? Hey guys, oh my god, I know I haven't fucking filmed in like so long. I feel like I'm such a fucking wishy-washy YouTuber. I am, and it's just like my life is so up in the air, and I know I've said that so many times, but it's just so fucking hard to like resonate with anyone unless you've ever been in their shoes, and no one will ever be able to actually be in anyone else's shoes, which is why I always try to preach to you guys that like the biggest life lesson I could give you is to try and be as empathetic as possible to people every single day. Like every single person, the cashier at the grocery store, some person who cuts you off in traffic, like every minor person, to your family members, to your best friends. Like, people are usually acting in a certain way in response to other things that are going on in their lives. It's just, you don't know what anyone's ever going through, and I try to be transparent on this channel about what I'm going through, but there are still some things that I can't / don't want to divulge with the entire fucking internet. Like, I feel like I'm so open. Like, I tell so much. I'm so open about my love and dating life. I'm so open about my mental health. I'm so open about school and college things. I'm actually going to make a video soon that's like a reflection on my 4 years at FSU. Unfortunately, after this video is uploaded, I will not be filming or uploading for 2 weeks because tomorrow my family is leaving for Europe, Copenhagen and Amsterdam, and then Iceland for a 2-week trip. But I just wanted to give you some real quick life updates, and then I'm going to get into the Bachelorette recap. I'm going to talk about hometowns and fantasy suites that we just saw this week. As for my life updates, I'm going to Europe tomorrow for 2 weeks, so will not be filming or uploading, so sorry about that. Someone in my immediate family, which I feel like people sometimes don't know what this means, and I know I'm not trying to act like I think y'all are stupid, but there's going to be someone that watches this video that doesn't know what that means. Your immediate family is like people in like your fucking house, like your mom, your dad, your siblings, like the people that you live with when you're like in high school before you go off and live on your own. Your immediate family, your direct little family. Someone in my immediate family is sick, and they've been sick since December, and it's been getting better. Like every time we go to the doctor to check on the sickness, the result is it's getting better. Like we're doing the right thing, it's getting better. So for the past 6 months, it hasn't been that big of a stress because we've been like, oh, it's getting better. Oh, it's getting better. Like, we're so lucky. But on Tuesday, we went and it's no longer getting better. It's gotten significantly worse. So that has been like a huge stressor on my family. Like, so many tears shed, so many calls to the doctor, so many doctor visits. My parents are actually at the hospital right now. They're gonna be there all day. And like, it's not like it's some big secret really, like who in my family is sick or what they're sick with, but just out of respect for the person that is sick, like, I know this person well, obviously, because they're in my immediate family, and I know that there are people that watch my videos that know me that don't know me well enough to know about who in my family is sick. So I don't want to like divulge that information and then have people I know in real life, like acquaintances, reaching out to my family and asking if we're okay, and texting the person that's sick, asking them how they're doing. Like, believe it or not, like when you're sick and when you're going through that, like all the people like asking if you're okay and asking how it's doing all the time, like showing that they care. Like, obviously there's good intentions, but it's just such a stressor to have to relive it and rediscuss it with every single person you know, especially when the results are worse. So the person that's sick doesn't really like having to discuss the sickness with every single person under the sun. So for that reason, I'm not going to divulge like the exact details, but someone is sick in my family, and that has been such a fucking mind fuck. So this Europe trip tomorrow is really important for our family, like just to spend time together and stuff. As for my dating life, I'm still talking to the guy that I made the video about how like I now kind of understand what love at first sight is, or maybe not love, but just like instant chemistry, instant connection, just like, oh my god, this is crazy, overwhelming, like how can I like someone this much so fast? I'm still talking to that guy, but I haven't seen him since almost 2 weeks ago. Like Sunday, which is in 2 days, will be 2 weeks ago, and it's fucking killing me, you guys. Like, holy shit. Like, that's how you know, like, your feelings are fucking real. Like, even with my boyfriend in high school who was long distance, like, we would go months and months and months without seeing each other, but that was just the norm for us, and I was just always used to that. I don't know, but now, like, knowing that this person is within an hour of driving distance from me and I'm not being able to see them, it's literally driving me crazy, especially when I have like this other personal stuff going on and I want to be able to confide in this person and have this person as a backbone, but I can't because we haven't been able to see each other because after last Sunday, he was busy all week doing work stuff, couldn't see me. We had plans to see each other Friday, a week ago from today. He ended up bailing on me last minute because he remembered that he had a wedding shower in his hometown on Saturday, so I couldn't come Friday and sleep over when he needed to be in his hometown on Friday night. So that got canceled last minute, which was a bummer, but again, out of anyone's control. And then I had to go to Florida to get my furniture out of my room to end my lease, which I did this past Saturday through Tuesday. So Wednesday would be the first day that we could see each other, and it had been a plan like, okay, Wednesday, you're gonna sleep over, we're gonna do all this fun stuff together. And then he got the flu on Monday, Tuesday, so now he's still dealing with the flu, and like I want to see him today so fucking bad before I leave the country for 2 weeks, because 4 weeks of not seeing someone that you have real feelings for is like emotionally catastrophic, okay? Like, not to be such a fucking drama queen, but it literally hurts my fucking heart. And that's how I know that like my feelings for this guy are so strong and so real, and it freaks me out because it's so whack to like someone this much this fast. Like, I'm honestly mind blown that like this even happens to people and this is possible and that I'm living this. But I also just have all this insecurity and anxiety because obviously many if not all of my past relationships slash boys I've been talking to or exclusive with slash boys I've just hooked up with, every boy I've ever hooked up with or talked to under the sun, 95% of those situations have ended negatively or have ended with me getting my feelings hurt. So like the combination of all that mixed with the confusion of liking someone this much this fast and that being very overwhelming, mixed with the whole not being able to see each other for 2 weeks, and if I can't see him today, not being able to see each other for 4 weeks, like, it's fucking with my head so bad, like making me question myself, like, can we go 4 weeks without seeing each other and like keep a connection? Like, obviously my feelings are really strong and I am not gonna like not want to see him anymore because we couldn't see each other for 4 weeks. And I don't want to be that girl that's like that insecure or that in her own head, but this is the kind of shit that plagues my thoughts, y'all. Girls can't help it. Like, emotions run high, and right now my emotions are running high, and I'm like stressing the fuck out about so many things, and I just feel like every little thing is piling up to just make me be like an insecure emotional stress ball in general, and I don't want that to like be projected onto my relationship or like a relationship that's forming with someone or my family or whatever. It's like, ugh, I'm like literally going insane, I feel like. Okay, can anyone relate to this, or am I just crazy? This is what I fucking love about YouTube, is I can talk about things that are personal that I might feel like insane for or weird for or different for, and then I post the video kind of not knowing what the reaction's gonna be, and then so many of you comment being like, I've been through the exact same thing, I went through this, I feel that way too. And it's just like, it's so fucking dope, like, to make you feel less alone about things. Like, YouTube, more than any other social media platform, like, really is where people come to find other people like themselves. Let me know if this happens to any of you or if I'm literally just fucking crazy, but every single time that I like a guy a lot, like, I mean, like, someone that I'm dating or someone that I'm exclusive with, like, this has only happened to me with my high school ex-boyfriend, Brandon, from 2 summers ago, happened a couple times with the 35-year-old guy, and it's now happening with my current boo thing. It's happened twice already with him, and keep in mind that I've only known of his existence for like 3 weeks, and this has already happened twice. I don't know if it's because I was cheated on and like that's just in the back of my head all the time, but I remember having these dreams with my high school ex before I knew he was cheating on me, like, for sure. So I don't know what it stems from, but every single time that I really fucking like someone, like a lot, genuinely, I have dreams, like horrific dreams, where I'm like crying or screaming, like emotional turmoil of dreams, where the person either cheats on me, leaves me for someone else, I physically catch them with someone else, I catch them lying to me, anything under the sun of like cheating or lying, deceit. I have dreams like that about the guys that I grow real feelings for, and it fucking fucks with my head. Like, I literally just last night had a dream that the guy that I'm currently talking to lied to me about being sick and was out at the bar, and I FaceTimed him and he was with some girl who was kind of like a bimbo ditzer kind of chick, like the kind of girl you talk to and you lose brain cells. And I was like, why the fuck did you lie to me? Why are you out of the bar? Why are you drunk? Why are you with this girl? And he was like, oh, like I think I might like this girl more than you. And then he ended up bringing the girl back over to my house so we could us three all talk about it or something. And I was like, get the fuck off my property, like screaming in his face, like get the fuck away from me, like you're scum, who the fuck is this bitch, like freaking out. And then he was like, well, I can't just get rid of this girl because I got her pregnant. And so then I was like, what the fuck? And then I like woke up and I was so like, oh, like exasperated, because in the dream I was really screaming like ballistically, losing my fucking shit. And then I fell back asleep and went right back into the same dream, which I hate when that happens. And then in the second part of the dream, when I went back to sleep, he was trying to tell me that he really liked me as a person more than he liked this other girl, and he felt more of a connection with me, and he liked how I was like laid back, and this other girl was like a ditzer, stuck up bitch, whatever, but like he got her pregnant, so like he couldn't ditch her, and he didn't know what he was supposed to do, and he couldn't decide between me or her. And I in the dream was so angry. I was like, you don't have to decide, get the fuck away from me, I don't want you anymore, have a nice life with this girl, you made your bed, go lie in it. Like losing my shit. And just the amount of dreams I have like that whenever I'm invested in someone or talking to someone is like fucking through the roof. And is that just like because I'm crazy? Is there something in my brain that's like suppressed that comes out? Is it because I was cheated on? Like I don't know what it is, but like even if it was because I was cheated on, like that was my high school boyfriend of years and years and years ago. Like I don't even think about him. I don't think about the fact that he cheated on me. Like I don't have trust issues because of my high school boyfriend's bad decisions. Like I don't know what it is, so let me know if that's like a common thing. Okay, so as for the Bachelorette, hometowns was boring to me. Everyone's family was just so like stereotypical, like no one's family stuck out to me. All I wanted to say about the hometown dates is discuss the Colton situation, because okay, obviously I know that the reason this played out this way was for the sake of TV. Obviously Becca wasn't going to choose Colton when she has like the real feelings she has for Garrett and Blake, so of course the producers are like, we'll just have Tia tell her that she still likes him right at the end to cause some drama, even though we all knew realistically from the beginning Becca was never gonna pick Colton. So the Tia Colton thing is fake drama, aggravating to me, and it's also just almost unbelievable. Like I just can't believe at all that Colton actually throughout this whole show ever actually liked or loved Becca. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. And of course now we know Colton's gonna be on Bachelor in Paradise, which Tia is also gonna be on, so that is gonna be very interesting to see how that plays out. Like are they gonna instantly rekindle things? Does he not even like her? Like I don't even know, but who the fuck wants to waste their time liking the virgin boy? I literally don't fucking get it. Like who the fuck wants to date someone that's a virgin? For multiple reasons. First of all, you're inexperienced. You're not going to be that good. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much porn you've watched. You haven't had sex before. Like, you literally don't fucking know what you're actually doing. Second of all, I just have such a hard time believing that it's true. And if it is true, which we'll say that it is true. Hypothetically, it's true. Colton's a virgin. How does someone that looks like Colton, that has the majority of women fawning all over them all day long throughout history, like for their entire life, they have women all over them. You go to the bar, you're drunk, your inhibitions are lowered, some hot girl is all over you trying to fucking ride your dick, and even when you're wasted, you have the self-control to be like, no, I'm sorry, hot girl, I actually don't want you to suck my dick because I'm waiting. Like, what? And who the fuck is waiting? Like, I get if you're waiting for marriage or something, but just to be a man, a red-blooded man who supposedly thinks about and wants sex like 24/7, to just be like, I haven't found anyone yet in my entire history of dating that I've wanted to fuck. Like, what about Allie Raisman? When you dated her, you didn't want to fuck her? Like, it literally doesn't make any sense to me. I would bet my money on Colton being secretly gay and just not having sex with a woman before, because yeah, maybe he hasn't had sex with a woman before. Maybe he hasn't, if you catch my drift. Or I think something's wrong with him, like he has a really small dick or something and he's embarrassed. Or he has like low testosterone levels, so he doesn't have the like sexual desire and urge that most men have. I don't know what the real root of the issue is, but to me, something smells fucking fishy. I don't like anything about Colton, and the fact that all these girls want him and Tia wants him so bad after only spending one weekend with him, like, What? Go get laid. Like, how long does Colton have to date someone for before he decides that he wants to have sex with them or not? Because he dated Allie Raisman for a while and never had sex with her, which is so fucking weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So what, is Tia just gonna date him for years and then break up and then you dated forever without having sex? Like, literally, how can you even have an intimate, amazing, romantic relationship without sex? I don't know, and everyone that's waiting till marriage because they're religious is gonna shit on me for saying that, but I like sex, I value sex, I hold sex in high regards, sex is important to me, so I don't know how all these girls are just acting like, well, you're so hot, it doesn't matter. No, you're so hot that it matters more because it doesn't make fucking sense. Why the fuck have you never put your dick in a pussy? Why? I have been watching The Bachelor/Bachelorette for ever, let's say like 8 years at least, and I have never thought that a contestant has real ass feelings for the Bachelor/Bachelorette as much as I believe that Blake has real feelings for Becca. Like, holy shit, he actually fucking like is in love with her. Like, you can just tell, like, he's not an actor. Like, this is so real to him. Like, if he's not chosen, which I don't think he will be, I think she's gonna choose Garrett because Garrett is just more of like a man, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just look at Blake and I see like preppy frat boy, like in a good frat and nice frat, not like a fuck boy, but just like a preppy frat boy. He looks young. He looks like 25. I mean, he might be only 25, whereas Garrett looks like 30. I just think Blake seems like a boy and Garrett seems like a man. And I think Becca is going to end up picking Garrett, but I think Blake is going to be literally traumatized when he's not picked. Like, actually heartbroken, like, will take months to get over, because it's more than just not being selected. Like, it's more than someone just being like, I don't feel it enough with you, this isn't gonna work out. It's like a double slap in the face, because it's literally, I like this person more than I like you. Like, you're great and I like you and I know we had sex and all, but I like this person more. Plus, because the fantasy suites, because they're fucking, how the fuck can you get over that? Like, I always think about this and I don't know why the fuck it's never addressed, and I get they don't talk about it because it's like, oh, the fantasy suite's not for sex, it's for talking off camera. I mean, who the fuck believes that? Obviously, they're all fucking. And obviously the Bachelor is going to have sex with all 3 final girls, like every time, because it's a dude, he wants to fuck different vaginas, he wants to see where it's at. Girl contestants though, I don't know, do the girls every single time always fuck all 3 dudes? If I was the Bachelorette and I was really, really torn between like 2 of them, I'd probably have sex with both of them because sexual chemistry is important and it does help you determine a lot of things. But if you already know, like, I like this one the most, like, I'm gonna pick this one, like, kind of long before the ending, wouldn't you just have sex with that one so that you aren't having sex with 2 other men while the one you really like the most, like, has to deal with the fact that you just fucked 2 other men? Like, I don't get how people don't have such an issue with that. Like, not because of sex itself. Like, I don't give a fuck that they're having sex with 3 people in a short amount of time or whatever, because I'm all about doing what you want with your body and sex and stuff. That's not the issue. But the issue is when you have real feelings for someone and you're hoping so bad that you get picked because you actually like them, and to you it's more than a TV show, like you actually fall for the person. How the fuck do you not literally want to blow your brains out knowing that they're having sex with probably 2 other people? How does no one ever discuss this? Can we all talk about this in the comments below? Because if I was on there and I was a contestant and I made it to the top 3 and I really liked The Bachelor and like was crying over him and was like a mess, like had real ass fucking feelings, and just knew they were gonna go fuck 2 other girls, no way. I would so not be okay with that. I would literally have to have a conversation going into fantasy suites being like, I need to know now, basically, if you think it's me or not, because if you have sex with me and then don't pick me, like, I'm gonna lose it. Which is what Nick Viall did with Andy Dorfman when she chose Josh Murray over him. He said on the After the Final Rose, if you weren't gonna pick me and you didn't love me, why did you make love to me? Which is the only time in all the Bachelor franchise history that someone has outwardly spoken about the fact that, yes, sex is had within the fantasy suite. But even poor little Blake, like, Little Blakey just knowing she's gonna go get railed by someone else, like that is catastrophic. That being said, I do kind of applaud Becca for being like, I know, Jason, I'm not gonna pick you, so why am I gonna pull you in a fantasy suite, aka why am I gonna fuck you, whatever, when I know that you're not gonna be selected. So like, that makes sense to me. Like, that's what you should be doing. Most people are thinking with their privates and not their brain and want to have sex with all 3 of the final people, because why the fuck not? Like, after 8, 9, 10 weeks together, if you actually like the person, 8 to 10 weeks is a long time to go before having sex for the first time. Like, I would be on the edge of my seat dying to fuck them. But just how fucking bizarre is it to think that Jason got down to fantasy suites and he didn't get to fuck her? Like, Jason doesn't know what Becca's vagina looks like. He doesn't. Garrett and Blake do. These are the things I think about. And these are the things that everyone else has to think about too, but no one fucking discusses it because fantasy suites aren't for sex. They're for talking privately. Like, yeah, fucking right. Are you kidding? Honestly, Jason is so fucking hot. If I was her, I would have fucked him just to fuck him because he's so hot. Like, he's hotter than Garrett and Blake to me. Like, Jason's so fucking cute, which makes me a fuckboy that I would just fuck him for the sake of fucking him. But like, come on, he's like the cutest one and you don't want to get with that? I just feel like also though, Blake and Garrett are probably kind of boring in bed. Like, I just feel like Blake is such a mush that he just wants to have like slow, sensual, love-making sex instead of like, fuck me dirty daddy sex. And I feel like Garrett is just like such a husband slash dad to be. Like, that's just who he is as a person. That's the vibe he exudes, that I feel like he also has like semi-boring sex. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like Jason was the one that was going to get real freaky up in here. Really fucking spanked that ass. And she was like, no, you know what? I'm not gonna have sex with you. That's basically all I have to say about what's coming so far. And I'm not even gonna get to see the men tell all or the final episode because I'm gonna be in Europe. So I won't be able to even watch it. I will be in the dark. So I'm so sorry that y'all won't get recaps on that until after the whole show's over. But just remember that I don't even know what the fuck's happening. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. I know this was kind of long, but I had a lot I needed to discuss. And everyone weigh in below. I want to hear your thoughts on all the stuff about The Bachelorette. I want to hear your thoughts about my dreams, my life, everything. Like, I need you guys to relate to so that I feel normal. Namaste. Okay, bye guys.